So many dead. The Tuatha lines have broken, and we still live. It looks like fate has a sense of humor. Please, forgive my melancholy. The champion of Mel Senshir should be cheered, not subjected to my sorrow. I am Adren Tyr, and I owe you my thanks. Though many have been lost, your courage saved a great many more. I was dead, or I should have been at least, if it were not for a Varani mercenary who threw himself in the fray. He fought like a demon, and I was able to escape. The poor man was not so fortunate, though. I watched the Tuatha cut him off, and then he was gone. It shames me, but I once held such mercenaries in great disdain. But this man, whoever he was a warrior of honor. He was cut off and surrounded by the Tuatha. He is surely dead. However, his body must lie somewhere in Cursewood. It would give me peace to learn of his fate. Farewell.
Honor to you, champion. I watched from the battle's van while you faced Malwyn and his demon pet. You have earned great glory and the respect of all Alfar. If you have a moment, could I ask a favor of you? Since the battle, several of my men have asked for the chance to challenge the champion of Mel Senshir. You slew Malwyn and destroyed the great demon he commanded. They hold you in awe. 5 of our greatest fighters have asked, and if you accept, they will each face you here in the practice yard in single combat. Excellent. Your first challenger is Enayan Gaius. He is a veteran of more than a dozen campaigns and my personal aide. This should prove interesting. Go with Lyria. That last fight with Enayan was interesting. He fared better than I thought, though I was unsurprised when you bested him. Prepared for your next challenge? Your next challenger is Tarek Smith. The Smith spends all day. Go with Lyria. You certainly didn't pull any punches with my blacksmith. I hope he can still hold a hammer tomorrow. Sephaedra Will is next. Are you prepared? Sephaedra is one of my best scouts. Quick and go with Lyria. You handled Sephaedra readily enough. Perhaps it's time you face Adren Tyr. Adren Tyr survived alone 3 times when his company to a man has fallen. The soldier refuses to give up. He is fearless and enduring. It will take the force of God to bring him to go with Lyria. Hello. Adrian fell harder than I thought he would. Well done. Your final challenger is my sister, Ragnar. She will bury her sword in your heart if you are not careful. Go with Lyria. One by one, the greatest of the Alpha have faced you in... I am Bronwyn Aurelia. Let us see what you are... Go with Lyria. When the great Niskaru arrive, you are worthy of honor, warrior. I have never faced your equal. Take this. Tilera herself granted me this blade for the slaying of the Tuatha champion Zerastes, but you deserve it more than I. The Alpha honor you, champion. May the Tuatha fear your coming. Go with Lyria.
Well, you bent me over the anvil right proper. Stay safe.
Greetings, hero. How may I assist you?
Who's this, then, come to lighten gloomy Mel Senshir? Did you come to fight in the ranks, Warsworn? No, you're not rank and file, are you? Did you come to fight in the ranks, Warsworn? No, you're not rank and file, are you? That's all.
How can I help you?
You keep surprising me. Be on your way.
Any luck finding the old gnome? You're not the only one on the hunt for Hughes. Octien has followed his trail to the hol—
Well met.
Looking to restock? Illindo
Dran has what you need. Come back. Again.
I've got plenty of supplies if...
You've got plenty of coin. Come back again.
Well, it is the hero of Mel Senshir. Care to take a look at my wares? Another time, then.
The hero of Mel Senshir. Hail, warrior.
The hero of Mel Senshir. The next ship out of here is heading for Rathir. Are you interested in coming aboard? To Rathir we go. A new day. Day has dawned for Mel Senshir. The gosling must be slain! Die, mortal! You come to die.
They took him to a ruin beyond that fork in the road. I tried to stop them, but they won't release him until the curse is removed. I have no idea what they're speaking of. Please, help us! Thank you so much. The Fae took him through the narrow pass nearby.
On the sands beget a mortal. Greetings. You are strange. There's something distinctly fey about you. Releasing him would be detrimental to fey and mortal alike. I sense something peculiar about you, though. Perhaps you could help him. He could be healed, we surmise, with the completion of the Rite of Valor. Head to the caverns of Ingress at the base of the Great Spine. There are 3 Erathi sigil stones within. They are marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Activate them in that order. Each stone will curse you. Once the last stone is activated, a beast of many vines will challenge you in your weakened state. Defeat it, and bring the Coropatel to us. We have waited long for the champion to return. We wait still.
Another mortal for the fire.
The chap... Well done. I can use the petal to create an elixir for the Almain. He needs only to drink this. If it indeed frees him from the curse, he may leave. And I will finally have hope of saving Ulcerund from the Narca. We have waited long for the champion to return.
You've returned? Will the Fae allow me to leave? They'll let me go if this works. Fine. I'll drink anything at this point. I can feel the curse leaving me. I'm not just saying that so I can leave. It's like a fever's breaking. I should get back to my wife. Thank you again, and farewell.
That was impressive. Our success with the Alme, if a mortal can be cured, then maybe I believe that you could survive a journey through the Fellfire Pit. Will you help us with another task? We wish to repeat our success with the Almain at a much grander scale. To do this, we require the pit is located at the base of the great spine of Ulcerund. The flower, the Fellfire bloom, rests there. The only... We know the mortal fondness for compensation, and will reward you. Excellent! Then head to the Fellfire Pit, where the guardian of the... We have waited long for the champion to return. We wait still.
I'm not sure what's more dangerous, the Fae out in the desert or the desert itself.
Looks like I'm in luck. Didn't expect to see so heavily armed an adventurer wandering into our camp. Are you interested in a job? I've got a Fae beast situation I need taken care of. Excellent. A pack of wild Fae have holed up at the canyon hill site at the top of the ledge. I've already dispatched a scholar to investigate, but he hasn't returned. You'll find him near the road towards the mine. I'll have more information for you there, but it isn't useful for much else. The coward refuses to go near the Fae. Get to the site and figure out why those blasted things have come out. Good day.
I'm not sure what's more dangerous, the Fae out in the desert or the desert itself.
Name's Alex. I'll get it back to you as good as new. Paying for adequate repairs will save your skin.
ancient times, the desert had no shade. The sun burned the land to ruin. The rivers disappeared, and the animals hid underground. The people cried to Helios for mercy, but he didn't answer their prayers. As the plants withered in the heat, the hollow lands echoed with the crackle of fires.
I watch them day by day, their foolish, meddling scampering to separate one piece of earth from a slightly different piece of earth. Fae know that the land will endure, will heal any wounds mortals can inflict. But I worry that these wounds may be long to heal. I cannot act, I am bound by our beliefs. But an agent of change could cauterize these wounds by making the century plants bloom. Oh, I cannot make them bloom, not now. You mortals are not bound as we are. You can grow such things out of season. You wouldn't know with these little mortals here, but these lands are a Fae place. And Fae places need refreshing from time to time. The blooming of the century plants is the fastest route of recovery. The century plants have deep ties to the pulse and marrow of the land. Their breath wakens the desert, causes the rocks to stir and grow. True enough, but you could if you chose. Farewell.
You are my contact. I should have known. Punctuality is not one of your papal strengths, and you have so few. You may recall our mutual friend, Formerus Hughes. The gnome who brought you back to life? I suspect you would, but I gather you've been quite busy. Well, Scholar Hughes has been missing since the attack on his tower. As his patron, I am quite concerned. I want you to find him. You are, how shall I say, uniquely suited to the task. I could ask the same question. For all I know, Formerus Hughes is on the run from you. I am willing to assume that's not the case. Simply put, you may be my only chance of locating Hughes, just as I may be yours. Don't be obtuse. I am his patron. As I suppose that includes you as the secrets in his laboratories are meant for gnome eyes only. They must be controlled. It would seem the incident in Alistar made Scholar Hughes a touch paranoid. every time we receive a clue about his location. But he's running out of... It's my opinion that there's one hope left of finding Hughes. You. And I'm grateful. Scholar Hughes is quite fortunate to have friends. Hughes has an old laboratory in the cavern of Saltwell Mines. I believe he's been conducting research. Find him, and you will be rewarded for your contribution to science.
What is it?
Have I been down here so long? Is the madness so great that I see the faces of the damned before me? Or is it really you? It is! By the tome! Come closer. Let me look at you. It has been an eternity since I've seen a trusted face. Are you? In many ways, your awakening has brought me nothing but misery. But that is not your fault. I am to blame for all of it. Wait, do you hear that sound? It could be the Sons of Laz, but it could be someone else. The last we spoke, it was the Tuatha that reduced my lab to cinders. Now it's assassins. Everywhere I go, destruction follows. I have grown so weary of it, my friend. All I ever wanted was to unlock death's secrets, to shed light on the shadows. I never wanted this. Thank you for more than just your protection, for being the one good thing to come of this disaster. I have few friends. You must be mistaken. I've tried to contact him ever since I fled Alistar, but he never replied. Octien, of course. When all the facts are considered, the truth will emerge. I am a fool! Octien has sent you to search for me, to have us killed together. Those assassins are proof of this. The Well of Souls is his project. Once it was functioning, he no longer needed me. Not if he could salvage the well in Alistar with Ventrinio's help. Ventrinio de Cellini. We used to work together in this lab on projects sponsored by Templar. But when we were tasked with creating the well, Ventrinio sought to use any means at our disposal, regardless of... Eventually, he was taken away, and I was sent to work at Alistar. But it seems he continued his work here, long enough to create those monsters. No, not me. But Ventrinio's old notes suggest that he may know a way into Alabastra. I wonder, perhaps, is it possible that you have met Ventrinio already? That would explain it. You were attuned to his well, but raised from mine. Unfortunately, the only way to find Ventrinio is to go through Templar Octien, which will not be easy now that we know of his treachery. Never. The only voice he wishes to hear is his own. We cannot deal with Octien within the boundaries. There is one who has the power to discredit him. Templar Joriel. She is reputed for her wisdom, and as I recall, she and Octien do not exactly see eye to eye on matters of policy. If Joriel can make Octien answer for his crimes, then we will gain access to his information. And that if you wish to uncover the mystery of your death, then you will need Ventrinio. He is the key to Alabastra. Find Templar Joriel in Edessa. We don't have much evidence, but I have a feeling she will help us.
Aina, the mediator of earth and sky, came from Ashara. She beheld the suffering desert and swooped down. Her wings
views of golden coasts and silver seas, Lyria drew near. She saw the priestess asleep, reclined on dark earth amidst the cypress trees. Under the gleam of heaven's dusk reflected, the mirror that tantalized the stars, Lyria whispered to Tyrion. On rocky spur of sacred stone, Aspen's Mount Pool, is a seat of there will your people be closest to my voice. And so awoke Bayala Tyrion, the calm and majestic, to see the cliffs against the coast, and Lyria's throne before her.
What, you surely ask, is such a well-heeled Praetorian doing here among the dust and brambles? Removing the tarnish from my name and solving the Jotun problem. The old Ragnar has died, and his successor is stirring the embers of war. But he's too clever to openly provoke the Warsworn, so he's attacking no... I have a plan to settle this, but it requires someone of both delicacy and grit. Priest, apothecary, and spiritual guide to Jotun kind. The old Ragnar ruled all the... If this upstart stirs all of them to war, things could go badly for it. Yes, I think you do. First, we must find some new and better... Go into Tyrscotter Mine, southeast of here, and steal the clan totem from the kobolds that dwell there. Then return to me. Normally, I'd advise you to take a leap off that ledge, but at the moment, I find myself... Don't think you'll get anything out of it, though. I certainly won't teach you anything. Damned kobolds is what. Poison spear to my leg and it's begun to fester. There are things for it, easy to gather myself. If I could walk, I'd be grateful, but don't expect any wisdom or a fine-crafted gift. Hermits have little to give. I'll need Spidersack ichor, Fenrak from the canyon below, and can you get me those? There you are. Ah, you have the totem. Good. We've made some enemies, so now we must kill 3 Jotun chieftains known as the Ragnar's Chosen. Their death, after killing each of the Chosen, plant one of these kobold daggers in his chest. That should do that. Look! It begins! And here, you see, it all falls beautifully into place. The kobolds will come for their totem. And this new Ragnar will see a challenge that he cannot ignore, and a battle he'll think he can win. Of course, neither he nor any will survive it. Well, there may be a victor for a moment or two, but in the end, I will be the only winner, you will see. Meet me on the height above two paths. A sight to behold. You wanted war? You got it. Wanted war? You got it! A sight to behold! What are you doing? It's too soon.
That was a good fight.
All have lost, but we have won thanks to my genius and your hard. As for me, I have earned a trip to Odessa and, surely, Centurion rank. My thanks for your help. If you haven't already, you should visit our grand city. It's a sight to behold.
Off to work.
Don't kill me, please! My name's Varric Dunbert. In my trade seller. We get a quirky see you soon.
Hold right there, newcomer. I welcome you to Edessa, but before you enter, I must catalogue your visit. Please answer the questions as truthfully as possible. It's imperative that our tallies be accurate. Now, what brings you to Edessa? Excuse my rudeness. I am Senar Bruges, tallier second class to the Domus Politica. My purpose is to sort those that come to Edessa, to welcome them to the city while maintaining the delicate balance we gnomes have achieved. Yes, well, at least you look more put together than some of the people that came here before you. Poor sods. With any luck, your errands go without incident. Now, where have you come to Edessa from? From Morris Hughes? You mean to say you've come from Alistar? Yes, I see it now. They were wrong about your nose, but you match the description of the one I was to look out for. We can dispense with the remainder of my questions. You are free to enter Edessa. Sandstone Villa will serve as your lodgings. Temporarily. It's no trick, newcomer. I take my duties very seriously. But I think you are right to be suspicious. True, you have been saved from the squalid lodgings of the Hospitalis quarters, but Sandstone Villa is usually saved for a peculiar manner of guest. It is more than unusual for one of your kind to be lodged there in any event. Now here's your key. Welcome to Edessa. Yes, go on.
You. So, you're the one that's come from Alistar. I've waited more than a while for you to show up. I'm Bruton, Decanus Bruton of the Praetorians. I've been stationed here for your protection. I won't lie to you, Longlegs. You being housed here is because someone wants to keep an eye on you. I don't even know who it is. But I can tell you one thing. A gnome who keeps secrets in this city isn't up to anything good. Better to track them down before you or anyone else gets hurt. Luckily, looks like I'm not the only one that noticed your arrival. Got some letters here from the other concerned parties. Could be some leads. Hey, and here they are. Talking with any of their authors should get you... I won't lie to you. I'm sticking my neck out here helping you the way I have. But I won't stand to let any one gnome ruin the greater good of my people. Need anything else, talk to Milo. He's been stationed as your retainer while you stay in the villa. Yeah, good hunting.
I managed to
What
keep
can
a
I do
cool
for
head.
you?
They weren't after me. They just wanted to...
What? I've a fully stocked apothecary, if you... You need it. Driador's always got you on... Needs covered. I'll be here. What?
What?
The livrarium holds blessings to you? Ah, the guest of Sandstone Villa. If you've a head for books, then please, come again.
Gems for sale. Ah, and so our guest from the villa has come. You'll be back.
Greeting.
The Grand Bursars will invest money for its clients. It's an easy, but risky way to put coins to work.
What? I got enough things on my mind, stranger, without dealing with the inquiry. Yes, off with you.
Well, if it ain't the guest of that fancy villa. Guess you thought to slum it up. Right.
Got the forge hot, stranger. If you need repair work for armor or weapons, I'm... All right, then.
What?
Care to browse? I can promise you'll always find the good... goods you need at Sembles. Care to browse? Please, come by again.
What?
You don't believe me? Take a look at this scar.
Are you... You have come! The new guest of Sandstone. I'm Cordan Passant, a scrivener of the Domus. And I have need of your help to solve... I was asked to write a letter of, contingency. Should think it was never meant to be sent, only prepared, but was accidentally taken by the courier. It must be recovered. You need to find the courier. She said she was making her way to Rathir. Fair enough. Please tell me you've made some discovery about the letter. It was sent to Rathir via courier. A traveller by the name of Paron Well. Fair enough.
Yes? What do you want? I am not in the habit of making conversation with strangers, especially one of your stature. I see. Think very, very carefully about what you are saying. Octien is a Templar. He is in a position of the highest authority. And who, may I ask, are you? For you to accuse Octien without having a direct confession is not only meaningless, but contrary to all our procedures. Even if this were true, or even already suspected, it would have to be corroborated by Octien himself. As he is not here to present the charges himself, I must assume... Now, I have done all I can for you. Please, trouble me no further with this matter. Especially, we have already discussed this. Nothing short of a confession would... As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the...
You wish to...
Hello. I'm here to send regrets on behalf of Templar Joriel. While she wishes to extend you aid, she's stymied by protocol. What she gave you was an official response. I'm here to give you another response. A personal one. I am a political aide for Templar Joriel. I operate in a number of capacities for the Templars' official and unofficial business.
My superior has suspected for some time the crimes that you've levied against Templar Octienne. But like you, she is frustrated by his status. Allow me to be direct. If you can make Templar Octienne publicly acknowledge his crimes, then Templar Joriel will reward you. She will be...
Yes?
Oh, piss off.
Hello?
Gnomes are smart not to trust us. If I had the skill, I'd take everything that wasn't nailed down and fence it at Sun Camp up north.
What?
Who's there? Well, look at you! Don't seem to be quite as busy as the other Alfar working this. You might be perfect. Listen, stranger, would you like to earn a bit of coin? No sweat. I don't know all the details about it. I know that Scar and the Rain was involved in linguistics. It's safe to say the experiment will likely... Scar and the Rain has quarters in the Basilica Nostra. Speak...
Yes?
Need something?
What? You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events. For starters, he expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end. Ha! The White Palm are hardly thugs. Simply finding them cost me a small fortune, when I expect to be reimbursed with this failure. Or what? You'll slaughter me in a murderous rage? Typical. Your kind is as predictable as it is stupid. I'm afraid you'll find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. Attack me in this city, and I won't just have you clapped in irons. No, I'll hand you over to the scholars in the Basilica for research. A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies. The wise and the foolish both die. Is that justice? With the Well of Souls, I can change that. I can choose who deserves life. To think that yous gave away such a gift to you. Well, we've seen how you wasted your life. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion. Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out. for this.
Well, If setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, Gnome society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed. Ventrinio Desalini. One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn. Now, you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power.
Blessings to you.
What's needed?
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy, and based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinio has been working on an island off of Cluricon. Indeed. I hear rumors that Mel Senshir has been cleared and the army is ready to march into Cluricon and beyond. Sounds like you're to thank for that. And when you meet Ventrinio, be wary. He's a complicated figure, but a genius nonetheless. He may try to kill you the second time around as well. But regardless, he has a way into Alabastra. I hope for your sake, he's willing to share it. Oh, I will. In fact, I believe I'll be staying in Edessa to offer what support I can. With Octien out of the way, the people will be needing a new Templar, after all. You carry a grave responsibility now, my friend.
Octien seems to have gotten what he deserves. I can't say I understand gnomish politics, but Hughes is safe, and now we know where Ventrinio is. Seems like a win. No time to clean up, though. I've got news from the front lines in Cluricon. The army has been making progress in Cluricon, but the further we push, the harder it gets. The Tuatha know the land and are too well organized. But we've heard rumors of a small band of Winter Fae harassing the Tuatha somewhere in the swamps. The scouts can't track them down, but perhaps the hero of Mel Senshir could find them.
What?